So this video is coming out much later than I anticipated it coming out. Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another vlog. Today we are going to be unboxing my Ender 3 printer. I have no idea how to set this up, so it's going to be very interesting. It's probably going to be a lot of tutorials and a lot of watching tutorials, and then actually doing it, and then guessing how the print comes out. Hopefully the print comes out well, having it fail, and then having to reset it because I can't read instructions well. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so I just finished putting together the Ender 3. Looks pretty awesome. It was a bit harder than I expected it was going to be. I had to look up a video tutorial to help me out because just written instructions were kind of a little too confusing, but you know, besides that, it worked out pretty well. Alright, so I'm just going to set it up, put on a test print, and see if it comes out okay. Okay, so it's the next day, and let me show you some of the results. Now we have a variety of different quality prints here. I mean, obviously you can see one that failed here. Bed wasn't level, and I guess it started just to print on its own. I don't think I caught in time in order to save the print. This was the very first print I ever did. It was kind of late at night, I believe, or early in the morning. I don't really remember. It's supposed to be a D20 dice, but I think where I messed up was the scale was way too small for it to get like a good quality print. And also, the supports I had it almost all around the entire dice, so it made it impossible to clip off. I didn't change any settings when I went to just do the print. I was just being lazy. I hit print and I hoped for the best, which clearly is not what you're supposed to do. And then this was the second attempt at the D20 dice. Same model, but as you can see, it's hard to tell because it's all black, but you know, you can make out some of the numbers on there, but I think with the model that I had, it was too, I don't know, complicated for PLA printing, but I don't know, maybe I just have to fool around with the settings a bit because it's almost there. I just think maybe I have to change this where the supports are, change the alignments, and mess around with the settings and all that. And anyway, this was the next and final attempt at the at a D20. This here did the best. It's a completely different model. It's more flat surface. It rolls better. It looks better. It's a lot more smoother. I do think the alignment maybe is a little bit off on some of the sides here, but maybe with some nice sanding and a little bit of a paint job and more sanding, I can make it look like an actual D20 dice. Not bad for a third attempt, but definitely not usable. So if anyone's concerned of what D20 dice are supposed to look like, they're supposed to look like this, more or less. This one I got the Jotnar edition for God of War Ragnarok, which will be up in that corner there. This one I got from Comic-Con a couple months back, which was really awesome. And allowed me to do some tests with some actual fantasy miniatures. Again, I think using black PLA plastic wasn't the best choice because it's hard to make out a lot of the detail. I might have to go out and buy some gray, but even though these are really, really small, the tiniest bit little sanding, just to get rid of all those extra craps and bits there, maybe even a heat gun. I don't know, I've been looking into some of the stuff, but yeah, it's just been it's definitely been a learning curve, a bit of a learning process, but I'm all for it. So if anyone has any suggestions on how I can make the prints come out a lot easier, make them come out a lot smoother, having better, higher quality details with the D&D dice, or even the miniatures, if the scale is way too small for the filament that I'm using. I just bought a basic filament roll from Amazon, nothing too crazy, nothing too expensive. It's all been really exciting. I'm going to probably do a stress test with another bigger model just to see what it looks like with bigger models and how that quality comes out.
So this video is coming out much later than I anticipated it coming out. There was a lot of errors, a lot of technical errors coming out with the printer itself. It was doing really well printing very small models, but then when I was fooling around with it and I decided, hey, I can go bigger with these bigger helmets and cosplay stuff, like this Red Hood helmet right here, it decided to break down on me. Yeah. So that was fun. I had to replace the hot end. I had to replace the thermistor. I had to replace another wire part, get that all fixed. But hey, it works now. So basically my Ender 3 was out of commission for like a week because I just kept ordering different parts off of Amazon and it had to keep coming the next day or 2 days later. So there's just 1 week where the printer wasn't really doing anything. I was just kind of sitting there, which was a little depressing, and I thought I just kind of wasted my money on something that I was really looking forward to. But turns out I didn't, and got to be able to finish the helmet. Right now, it's just in the prime and sanding phase. It's obviously not 100% done. I would never look at this and be like, hey, this is 100% done. You're probably wondering what all these little lines here are, and these lines are just where I melded the two parts together. The printer I have, it's too small to print an entire helmet on, but what is awesome about 3D printing is that you can slice off sections of a helmet and then print those sections separately and then meld them together using either super glue, or what I did is I used something called just welding it. I just welded it together with extra plastic that I have from supports or just other spools of plastic and just PLA welded it together. I like that much better than just using super glue because it gives it a much stronger bond and it's almost impossible for it to break. And all these methods that I use for printing or welding together, I all get from Frankly Built's channel, so go check him out. He's really awesome. He's huge on TikTok, so I'm pretty sure you know who he is. But yeah, it's not just helmets that I've been able to print. I've also been able to print smaller busts like this Batman head here from Arkham, or this Kratos little bust here as well. There's also been a couple small models that I've used for D&D campaigns over at my buddy's place. Just little small things that I'm working out here, and I'm having a lot of fun printing again. It's just finishing up printing a Daredevil mask, which is going to be really exciting. And I've just, honestly, most of the problems I've had right now is just me being a procrastinator. Like, I've printed every single thing that I've wanted to print so far, but just really haven't been able to find the time or just even push myself to start painting some of this stuff. But the next thing that I'll definitely start painting has to be this Red Hood helmet. I have to get it finished in time for August, which is the next Comic-Con, or excuse me, Fan Expo, and that's not really that big of an ask, but knowing me and being such the procrastinator that I am, I gotta get this done as soon as possible. So that'll be fun to do. I have been able to paint some of the miniatures that I've done, but after the helmet that I have here for the Jason Todd helmet, Red Hood helmet, I definitely want to start going off of the Kratos figure here. I mean, Kratos, he's one of my favorite video game characters of all time. I love the God of War series, both the newer and the older ones. I think they're amazing. And yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. If you really want to know about how I'm printing all this and all the settings I'm using, please just go to Frankly Built's channel. He does a much more in-depth way of printing stuff, and he explains it a hell of a lot more better than I would any day of the week. But yeah, I'm sorry that this video came out so late, and but I'm really happy that I was able to fix the problems with my printer. I was able to finish the prints that I initially started a week prior, so that's awesome. I'm really excited to get back into this hobby, and once again, I'm sorry for the late video. But if you do like this video, I really hope you stick around, because we're going to be streaming Jedi Survivor pretty soon. That's going to be great. So yeah, if you like this video, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe while you're down there. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.